Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. So today I'm going to discuss about the lecture 2 on Microsoft Teams, that is Microsoft Teams voice options here. Under this voice options, we are going to discuss about overview of Teams voice, calling plan, operator connect, Teams phone mobile, direct routing, and the comparison on all these like calling plan, operator connect, Teams phone mobile, and the direct routing. That's what I'm gonna discuss about today in this particular video, right? So first we are gonna start with Teams voice. What that means that is what is Teams voice? First thing that's what you wanted to know is what is Teams voice because there is no point in going to calling plans, operator connect, Teams phone mobile or direct routing if you don't know what is Teams voice. So first we will discuss about what is Teams voice. After that we are gonna discuss about the calling plans, operator connect, Teams phone mobile, and the direct routing, right? So what is Teams phone, right? So what is Teams phone? As you can see it up here, the first point, a cloud-based phone system which is built into Microsoft Teams, right? What is Teams phone? Teams phone is a cloud-based phone system which is built into Microsoft Teams, right? So let's say you have logged in on your Teams application, right? And you want to make an internal calls. So what you will do, you can usually like go to the search bar, enter the name, and you are able to make the calls. That is actually the phone system built in your Microsoft Teams. And this is also a cloud-based, that's why a cloud-based phone system which is built into Microsoft Teams. What it does, it lets users make and receive calls directly from the Teams. It is fully integrated with Teams features like chat, video calls, and file sharing. And it also includes dynamic emergency calling for added safety. This dynamic emergency calling is very important topic, right? And this is mainly important as well if you are using direct routing. Because if you are using, let's say the calling plans or maybe operator connect. So let's say you are using the calling plan, then Microsoft will be responsible. Like as soon as you add a number, it will ask you to just add the emergency location. That's it, right? But in the direct routing, what we have it in direct routing, we will discuss it later. But yeah, this is very important topic in the direct routing. That is dynamic emergency call. These are mainly the key features, as you can see, like you can make and receive calls from desktop computers, laptops, mobile devices, dedicated Teams phone devices, and call routing is based on user availability and preference. You can access voicemail directly in the Teams application, and it works anywhere. You just need an internet connection, right? And at the starting, I have discussed about this one phone system, right? So let's say I was saying you can just go to the search bar, enter the name, and you can make a call. That is your internal call. What if you want to make an external call? External call, let's say you wanted to make a call to your cell phone number or maybe any other number for any other organization you want to make a call. For that, you need a number. That is what we need to assign based on, we can say if we are using direct routing, then we can assign based on that. If we are using calling plan, operator connect, so that is something else. That is the number we need to define. Only then we will be able to make calls to the outside world, to your cell phone or to any other number in any other organization. And that requires a different license as well to make the call, right? If you're using direct routing, a different license. If you're using calling plan, you need a calling plan license, right? So we have calling plan license as a like domestic and international license as well. We are going to discuss about all these things maybe in today's video or maybe in upcoming videos as well, right? So that's all. That's all depends on the thing which you are using, either direct routing, calling plan, or other things, right? So mainly this phone system, it allows you to make calls whenever you are like making a search for any other user in your organization, right? After that, we have this thing, main use cases of Teams phone. That's what I was discussing, right? We have Teams Phone with calling plans, Operator Connect, Teams Phone Mobile, and the direct routing. So what we have under the Teams Phone with calling plans, here under Teams Phone with calling plans, Microsoft provides calling plans to enable phone calls directly within Teams, right? So what you will do, you can raise a request with Microsoft to fetch the number, or I can say to purchase the number from Microsoft. As soon as you get the number, you can simply assign it to the user, right? But you need a license as well to use this calling plan number. Like calling plan, you need maybe domestic, maybe international, or maybe domestic and international both. We're gonna discuss about that in detail later on. Then Operator Connect, what Operator Connect does? It connects teams to telecom operators for calling services. Like in India, I believe now we have Tata and Airtel who are providing these Operator Connect services. Then Teams Phone Mobile we have. It uses a single phone number for Teams and mobile calls, right? What that means? Let's say you have a mobile number, which is, let's say, it's an official number, right? Let's say you have this number, okay? And now, if you are gonna use this Teams Phone Mobile, that means then you can use your same number, which you are using on your your cell phone. You're using mobile number that you can use it on your Teams as well. So we can assign the same number to your Teams application, or I can say on your users, so that whenever you are logged in with Teams, you will be able to see the same number, right? That means use a single phone number for Teams and mobile calls. Then we have direct routing, which is most important nowadays. Why am I saying nowadays it's most important? Because it allows organizations to use their own phone carriers with Teams. Let's say you are already using existing infrastructure and you want to utilize that as well. That's where this direct routing comes in picture, right? Because if you want to use your same, you use your SBC, like either it can be from Cisco or your codes, Ribbon, Oracle, anything, right? There, this direct routing comes in picture, and it's the most important thing because most of the companies are using this direct routing nowadays, right? A little bit more details one by one, right? So first, we're gonna start with Teams Phone with calling plans. Although I have discussed a few things here. But yeah, let's discuss about all these things in detail. So Teams Phone with calling plans, what it says, organizations can subscribe to a calling plan directly from Microsoft. That's what I told you earlier. And it includes minutes for calling landlines and mobile phones, right? And it includes minutes for calling landlines and mobile phone. Let's say whenever you are purchasing the plan or whenever you are purchasing the license, it shows like whether you will be having like 300, let's say 300 minutes for domestic and 300 minutes for international, or 600 minutes for domestic, or maybe 100 minutes for international calling plan. That includes minutes, right? And you don't need any extra infrastructure or third party provider, right? Because you are purchasing directly from the Microsoft. One main thing, whenever you are purchasing this plan from Microsoft, there is no limit for minutes on inbound calling, right? So for outbound, you have, like, let's say maybe 300 minutes you can use to make a to make domestic, or maybe let's say 60 minutes for international, right? For international, 60 minutes maybe. And for outbound domestic, you will be having like, let's say 300 minutes. This is for only for the outbound. For inbound calling, whenever you are receiving any call, there is no limit for that inbound minutes, right? So here, as you can see, the first key feature, that's what I discussed, domestic and international calling. Call landlines and mobiles locally or worldwide with preset minute packages. This is actually the preset, 30 minutes and 60 minutes. And sorry, 300 minutes and 60 minutes. It's just an example as of now. So it also doesn't depend on per user basis. It's on a per tenant. If you are purchasing, let's say for one license, they are providing like, let's say 300 minutes for domestic and 600 minutes for international. But you are gonna purchase, let's say you wanted to purchase it for 10 users, for let's say 10 license. Then it will be a combination like 3000 minutes, and 60 minutes multiplied by 10, that means 600 minutes for international, 3000 minutes for domestic. Because now that's what I'm saying, because this 300 minutes is not only for this single user and 60 minutes not for single user. Now you have purchased it for 10 users. You have a combined minutes of 3000 domestic and 6000 international. So this is on a per tenant basis. It's not like one user, if one user exceeds this limit 300 minutes, he won't be able to make calls. No, he can make calls, because this 3000 limit is for your tenant. It's not for one user, it's for your tenant. This 600 minutes is not for single user, it's for per tenant base. Right? I hope you understand this. If you don't understand, just let me know. I'll brief it again as well. Okay. Yeah, you can let me know in the comment section actually. Okay. Then we have this call management. It allows users to transfer, hold, and forward calls easily to another number or user or voice. Voicemail, yeah, includes a built-in voicemail system. It directly accessed within the Teams application. Emergency calling, yeah, it includes support for emergency calling services as well. It ensures that user can dial emergency services in an emergency. That is for the calling plan, but you don't need to do any of the configuration because you purchased the numbers from your service provider, that is Microsoft. You just need to mention the address, like, yeah, few configuration, yeah, you need that. But yeah, it's not like you need to do a whole lot configuration on emergency. But yeah, for this calling plan, at least you should mention that particular address. Okay, that's what emergency calling. Then we have call analytics. It provides detailed call analytics and reporting capabilities. Yeah, we have this option under our Teams admin center for the reporting. Like if you want to say, let's say you wanted to see Teams PSTN usage report, right? Like how many calls which person made to the PSTN number. That's what this is, just an example. We have so many other reports available as well, like audio conferencing reports, or maybe other reports as well. I don't remember all the reports, but yeah, this is what mainly Teams PSTN usage reports I usually fetched at, right? And then it says track call quality, usage, and other metrics. Then we have this pay as you go model as well. Pay only for outgoing minutes used. Whatever you use, you can pay. That is what is communication, credits, or post usage billing as well. And unlimited incoming calls included. There is a main point which we know. Calling plans are available in select countries and regions, and it is billed monthly per user with a calling plan, right? Then we have Operator Connect option. So in Operator Connect, what we have is it connects organizations directly to telecom providers for calling services who offer PSTN services, and no third-party providers needed, right? So that's what I was giving you an example on Operator Connect. I believe we have Tata and Airtel in India who are providing these services. Key features: route calls through a preferred telecom provider, no need for third party SBC. You don't need to do anything. Everything would be done by your operator, either Tata or Airtel. Like just an example. Customized calling plans. You can work directly with telecom providers to create plans for local, long distance, and international calls. You don't need to do anything on your end. You can just let them know, okay, we can create plans for local in this way, long distance, and international calls. You can give your thing, like whatever you are thinking, how you want to utilize, how you want to use actually. High quality calls. Operator Connect provides clear and reliable high quality audio and video calls. Enhanced security. You will be having built-in security to protect against fraud and unauthorized, and supports encryption, SRTP, and TLS for extra protection actually. Local number, yeah, you can keep your existing phone numbers when you are switching to Operator Connect. You can just raise a port request and it can get converted to your new operator. Then we have the Teams Phone Mobile. Again, the same thing. You can make and receive calls using the Teams app. Users can use their mobile number as the caller ID. That's the main thing. Make and receive calls using existing mobile data plan or Wi-Fi connection. Key features: built-in voicemail system with Teams, listen to messages, read transcript, like all the same things what we have it earlier. You can make a transfer, hold, and forward. It supports closed captioning and assistive technologies like screen readers as well. Built-in security again for protect against fraud and unauthorized, and supports encryption like SRTP and TLS for extra protection. Now we have the direct routing, which is, I can say, the most important topic, right? Why most important? Because most of the organizations are using this direct routing feature. What we have in under direct routing, we need to configure all the things. We need to manage our SBC. We need to manage everything. Like if you want to make a port from one operator to another, you need to do it. If you want to utilize your SBC, either Cisco or Ribbon or audio codes, you need to maintain that. You need to do all the configuration on your end. That is what direct routing is all about. So, what direct routing does? It connects your on session border controller to Teams phone for external calling, right? And use your current telecom provider while enjoying Teams advanced calling features as well. You don't need to like go to any other operator. You can use your existing infrastructure, existing telecom provider or the service providers, right? And you can utilize the Microsoft Teams direct routing feature as well. Flexible connectivity, yeah, connect to telephone infrastructure to Teams using options like SIP trunks, VPNs, direct internet connections. Local number portability, yeah, keep your existing phone numbers when switching to direct routing. This is actually the main summary. Teams phone with calling plans and operator connect. You can get phone services through Microsoft. Sorry. You can get phone services through Microsoft or approved telecom providers. That is with the calling plans and operator connect. Teams Phone Mobile, use your mobile device to make calls within the Teams apps. Direct routing, use your own telecom infrastructure with the Teams. Right. This is actually the main summary what we discussed in this today's video. Right. So next I'm gonna discuss about this direct routing in much more detail. Like what all are the things we need to do in the direct routing. Let's say we need to create the policies. Also, yeah, we need to create these things in other calling plans and operator connect or Teams on mobile as well. The policies we need to create. Under the direct routing, we have a tab for mainly we have a tab for voice under Teams Admin Center. Under that voice tab, we have different things like I can say where we have calling plan, we have operator connect, we have direct routing. It doesn't say directly direct routing, but it says, I don't remember what it says actually. Yeah, so what we need to do, we need to like create the policies, assign the policies. Then we have under for the direct routing, we need to create like voice routes, we need to create uh, dial plans. So there are much more things we need to create whenever we want to use this direct routing. So I'm gonna create a detailed video on direct routing as well after this one. So next video would be on direct routing, but yeah, I'm gonna discuss about the calling plans as well because that's what I can show it to you on the Teams Admin Center. But for this Operator Connect and Teams Phone Mobile, I can't utilize these things. But yeah, calling plans. So calling plans and the direct routing. These are the main things I'm gonna like show it to you or will let you know how we can configure this thing. Calling plans is actually a straightforward thing. We can simply go to the Teams Admin Center, raise a request with Microsoft for the numbers, right? Direct routing is somewhat something different. Like we need to have our own service provider. We should be having numbers. We need to configure the voice routes. We need to configure SBC, we need to configure dial plans. So there are so many things which we need to configure. And also in this, we have emergency calling as well. And under the emergency calling, we have a lot more things which we need to do. Although emergency calling is for everyone, like everything, calling plan, operator connect, Teams on mobile and direct routing. But as I'm gonna use direct routing, I'm gonna discuss about direct routing in much more detail. And there I'm gonna discuss about this emergency calling as well in the upcoming lectures. So if you have any doubts, just let me know in the comment section. And yeah, now the videos will be coming frequently because I was like very busy earlier and I didn't get some time to upload the videos, but now. I'm gonna upload the videos on a frequent basis. If you have anything, if you have any doubts, if you have any queries, if you have anything, just let me know in the comment section and I will definitely answer your queries. Right? Thank you so much for watching this video. Have a good day. Bye bye.